Feels like a game you need to say buckle up for what is to come.
I'm strapped in.
With the way these two teams like to play. Cameron, in a way, Mark Berger, Doug Knight, our officiating crew, controlled here by the Terps wearing the dark uniforms. It is the dark side of the shell theme, little Star Wars theme, so hoping to use the Force for good things are the Terps here at home. Issy Mamadou on the inside turns, can't get it to go, able to get her own offensive rebound. The Terps excel on the glass.
Yeah, that's going to be a theme in this game. They are top 3 in the country in rebound margin.
15.5 more per game than their foes. That's tapped out of bounds. Can Chance Gray continue the performance she had against Illinois on Wednesday night when she had 18 points, tied her season high in score?
Yeah, she's a senior guard. This is a Ohio State team with some youth, as we see on that turnover.
The Terps, again, the way they play defense can create turnovers, but Brenda Freeze talking with us. Sometimes we give it away too much on the inside. Counted on the foul. Okanawa knifing in for the bucket.
You see the intensity she brings right from the jump of the game.
Foul on Jaloni Cambridge. And free throw there. Good to make it a three-point trip for the Terps. Jaloni Cambridge leaving off for Gray. From the elbow, puts it up. Mid-range shot won't fall. And Elsa Lemila, the sophomore from Finland, able to get the board. Okanawa in traffic again. That was not a replay of the other bucket.
For Ohio State, Okanawa just able to slice through 2 defenders and then 2 more on the finish.
Brenda Freeze told us, knew what she brought defensively, did not know she would be that dynamic in the open floor, and you can see it. She's finding...
Yeah, so that's a focus for Ohio State today, trying to contend with Maryland on the boards.
Corner 3 on the way. Kylee Kitts able to knock it down. Just her 6th make and 21 tries from beyond the arc.
She's one of the talented freshmen for Kevin McGuff's group. Impressive at 6'4" to be able to stretch the floor.
Okanawa continuing to keep it. Kevin McGuff's team started the year unranked for the first time since 2019-2020 with all of their unknowns coming in. And then 14-2 start for the Buckeyes, 16-1 for Maryland. Cambridge pull up on the foul line is good. A walking bucket.
Yeah, and she's so smart at picking her spots, and that was not an easy finish. That was over the length of Garzon.
Mack straight away. Garzon continuing her run from the other night against Rutgers when she hit all 6 from beyond the arc and leads the Big Ten with 49 on the season. Misfire there for the Buckeyes. Garzon leading off for Huffenbarger. Money and a timeout for the Buckeyes.
In today's game, with so much movement across programs, just to feel a connection to a group that had so much success is a really special moment. Some of those players still involved in basketball. We saw Christy Tolliver. She'll be getting the head coach job soon in the W.
And this group continues to impress on the defensive end. And there it is, the steal and bucket for Luchi Okanawa. Well, the 2 stars getting it done. Okanawa has 10. Garzon with those 2 threes. Nice rebound and stick back there for Lemila. Garzon, nice dunk down on the inside.
There has been no stopping her early in this game, outscoring the Buckeyes herself.
Inbounds off the ball being knocked out of bounds. And there's Boyko, who had 4.6 rebounds in the win midweek against Rutgers.
So many intriguing players for Brenda Freeze. Just a young player who's played professionally.
Nice feed from Gray to set up Lemila. But instead, good work from the Terps to save it. And Garzon continues to dominate from deep. Jaloni Cambridge flashing back. Maybe a little too fast. Couldn't get it down off the window. Here's the pace we expected. Addie Mack coming the other way. And fouled by Jaloni Cambridge.
You really need to try to have more length closing out against Yarden Garzon.
Brenda Freeze making the right plays, and the rest of the teams had to kind of elevate their level to kind of catch up with her.
Yeah, sometimes you think about a player coming in and trying to acclimate
14-point cushion for Maryland. Under 2 left to go here, opening quarter. Cambridge trying to get it going. There's Watson, able to get a second look for the Buckeyes. And the 3 is good. Off the bench, Bryn Martin, the freshman from Springboro, Ohio, delivers. Boyko left open. Able to hit from her spot on the baseline. Jaloni Cambridge, deep pull-up. Won't fall, tapped out, and the end of the quarter. And the Terps, right from the jump, surging in the opening quarter, but it really didn't cost Brenda Fries and her team. Buckeyes got no points off of them because Ohio State, after making 4 of its first 12 baskets, only made 1 of its last 9. And Akanawa gets position on the inside. Cambridge, 1 of 7 in the opening 10. Can they get the 3rd leading scorer of the Big Ten going? Her sister Kennedy in attack mode. And she'll shoot a couple.
She hasn't been able to get much separation for shots she normally gets.
But Jelani's big sister, her defense leads the Big Ten in steals. With Kevin McGough talking about her offensive growth. Saw that. 12 points, 5 boards, 4 steals, 3 assists in a win against Maryland in Columbus last year. And now continuing that growth now, averaging 8+ points per game. Kanawa trying to turn into the paint again. Stymied by Kitts. Turnaround, partially blocked. Walker in there in cleanup mode.
Just another tough mate for the Terps. That was well defended on the interior again.
And dashing down is Cambridge.
High degree of difficulty to these Maryland finishes so far.
Foul on Azimamadou of Maryland. Cambridge. Still a double-digit deficit here early in quarter number 2.
And this is rare to see Ohio State kind of falling back into the half court, but that's because Maryland had success beating that pressure.
There's own long rebound off her missed triple. Cambridge leaves off for Gray. Skip pass, open look, knocked down. Good work from Kennedy Cambridge. Walker back out high. Offenbarger. A little mid-range shot there for Okanawa. Rebound pulled in by Lemila. Jaloni gives up to her sister. Kennedy feeling it. Able to get a couple of quick strike buckets like the Buckeyes are accustomed to. Wheeling inside is Boyko. Lemila able to block that one out of bounds.
Pitches it back to Gray, and then a nice cross-court pass. Kennedy Cambridge knocked down 2 triples in a row, same spot.
Offenbarger will pull up and hit.
Out of control.
And on the inside, the Buckeyes able to cash in right away. Kitts making an impact here. Turnover, Maryland. Gray pushing the pace, and she'll score it. Timeout, Terps.
Playing at the pace that they are very successful at.
And a better job on the boards. Get Maryland top 5 of the country rebound margin.
Very strong focus on that for them.
On the inside, guess who? Akanawa. Watson leaving off for Lemila. Jaloni Cambridge wheeling inside. Tough pull-up. Can't get the roll. Only 1 field goal made for the 3rd leading scorer of the Big Ten. Getting underway in about a half hour. How about the Buckeye men ready to roll against Washington? Then Tuesday, the Hoosiers and Michigan State. There for the Spartans. Offenbarger on the inside. Buckeyes been about 3 minutes without a point. And now foul in Akanawa. Gerzone. Super efficient and effective thus far for the Terps. It was 9 of 12 at Illinois in that 41-point burst on Wednesday. And most points by a Big Ten player so far this season. Normally that's a place they feast. And now Boyko will make it 8 now on Maryland.
They can be a turnover-prone team. They average about 16 per game, so they have to take good care of the ball against this disruptive defense.
Good ball work. Watson is open and converts. 34% three-point shooter. Some of her teammates already 3 assists and 3 boards, but not able to have that usual scoring punch. That player has it. Garzone with her 4th triple of the opening half.
Just the way she's shooting the ball.
And the Terps hit 16 threes as a team in the win against Rutgers. And Cambridge, interesting, we had a chance to talk with her today. We asked her how her game's kind of grow in Union Kim. She said, I feel like I'm slowing things down a little bit, which is hard to see for a player that plays at such a high pace.
Right, it was interesting. She just said she feels more in control this season on both ends of the floor. Another steal for the Buckeyes.
Watson giving it up for Kitts. Great defense there for the Terps to get back. Felt like that was going to be a breakaway bucket. Watson still turns it into 2. Walker. And O'Connell on the bench with a couple of fouls. Maryland's offense has kind of been a little stagnant since she went there. First one is down. She's one of only 4 players in Ohio State program history to score 40 or more in a game in their career. Kelsey Mitchell, Sammy Perhalis, and the other player that did that is in the house. Under 90 left to go before the break. Open look. Knockdown for Rainey Wilson. Coming off a career-high 12 in the victory at Rutgers with 4 triples in that game. 50% shooting from deep for the Terps. Rimmed out for Kitts. Lemila, rebound and stick back.
Yeah, Lemila has to stay aggressive. She's been playing really well for this Buckeyes team. I think she has an advantage on the interior. They have to keep looking for her.
Zone coming back. Tipped out. Jaloni Cambridge mashing the accelerator. And down. Jaloni. 2 top 20 teams tangling in a good one. Garzone pulling up and sticking it. The confident veteran giving the Terps the advantage back.
Really got into that steal to score action, and I think Ohio State has done a nice job of keeping other players involved, while Jaloni Cambridge has just drawn so much attention. She has 8 of her 12 points from the free throw line. Let's see if they can get her some more open looks, try to get a couple of field goals.
And Maryland, Ohio State, both 4-1 in Big Ten play. Starting this day, trying to keep tabs with the front runners, UCLA and Iowa. Nice rebound there for O'Connell on the inside, laying it off, and put in by Ozzy Mamadou.
And she's had a quiet start to the game. She'd come off of 2 back-to-back double-doubles, and she gets her first bucket of the game, and now the rebounds right back to the Buckeyes.
Kennedy Cambridge doing what she does, stealing the ball.
Younger sister of Kylee Kitts, injured player, unfortunately, for South Carolina, but she brings great size on the perimeter, the ability to go inside out.
7 points, 4 rebounds, couple of assists. Acrobatics there for O'Connell, but again, it's Ozzy Mamadou able to follow up. And now, big-time collision near midcourt, and she'll head right back to the bench.
And that's one where she just has to be smarter. I mean, you know how quick Cambridge is with the ball. She was already in the middle. She reached in. That's one where you backpedal and stay in front of her.
Just got a little too greedy there in the moment. So we'll see how the Terps do without one of their architects of the offense. And how about Kylee Kitts continuing to impress? Her second good energy for her. Garzone short on the triple drop. And Kitts able to corral it. Do a little lens change there and get that back going.
That is pressure.
Saw her in last game. They were knocked off her face, and she kind of fixed them with one hand, still dribbling the ball with the other to set up a teammate with a sweet assist, so they'll clean and reassess. Turnovers continuing to ramp up, a dozen now for the Terps. They average 16 per game. Jaloni Cambridge, there is the flash and the finish.
Now I wonder, is she going to put the glasses back on or just leave them on?
The Terps get it back, trying to retake the lead. Garzone puts it on the deck. Nice leave, and an offensive foul called there on Garzone.
Put her body on the line in front of 6'3".
Second foul on Garzone that goes in as a turnover. 4 of them in the last 4 minutes or so, and Terps without a point for 3+ minutes. Counted in the foul for Kitts.
She smartly reads that and attacks it off of the bounce. Tremendous length at 6'4", body control to get it to fall in addition to the foul.
And the redshirt freshman who came to college a year early, then redshirted at Florida, transferred to Ohio State, and again continuing to find her form. 13 now for her on the inside. There is no question when 22 is the basketball in her hands, the GPS is locked on the rim.
It was interesting today when I was getting ready for the game. I had the Notre Dame game on, and someone said Hannah Hidalgo is the quickest player in college basketball with the ball in her hands. I think we need to see some stats there, because I'd like to see Okonowa in the mix. I'd like to see Cambridge in that conversation.
Little skills competition, maybe? Love to see. Good defense to cut off Cambridge that time. Made the good pass to the open shooter, and Watson, who can't deliver. Watson, another crack. Knocks down the 2.
Offensive rebound. She leads this Buckeyes team in rebounding with about 7 per game. She is having a tremendous start to the second half here.
6 boards, picks up her 3rd assist as well. And Cambridge able to get the ball, hold on to the eyewear, and dash to the other end.
The lens actually popped out. One of the lenses popped out. I saw it go flying to the Maryland bench.
Well, now Maryland able to control it. Ozzy Mamadou with another loose ball rebound. Mack from the corner, rimmed out. Ozzy Mamadou continues to really be active on the inside. The Big Ten's 3rd leading scorer, good for about 21 points per game. She comes in shooting 45.5% in 2 years of junior college basketball at Gulf Coast. Again, for the player from London, redshirted last year, and guess what?
Brenda Freeze had a little chat with her before that she needs to be very smart defensively. I would not put her on Jaloni Cambridge because of how quickly she can draw a foul. Let's see who she gets matched up with here, but I think it would be dangerous to put her on Cambridge.
First team with a trio of fouls here in quarter number 3. 16 Buckeye points off of those turnovers. Entry there for Kennedy Cambridge. Able to get it up over Garzone. Nice offensive output for Kennedy Cambridge now with 9 points. Garzone, triple number 5.
Buckeyes lose Garzone on the perimeter.
Corner look. Tiana Todd. Not able to stick it. Rebound Boyka. Outlet Okonowa. Wave it off. Foul there before the shot.
She wanted that NBA on NBC continuation foul there.
6 triples last game, 5 this game. Back in front. Second lead change of this game. Okonowa back rims the second free throw. Watson in the corner, back out for Jaloni Cambridge. Double to her sister Kate. Top picks up the dribble, returns to Jaloni Cambridge. Gonna break down move to get some separation. Lemila missed the bunny on the inside. And the 2 speedy stars of these teams guarding each other. Garzone working around the screen. Kicks back. Okonowa. She'll try it from deep. Saw she was going to miss. It's going to be on, I believe, Ohio State. Well,
clearing out Cambridge. Yeah. She got very lucky there.
It's Jaloni Cambridge who picks up her 3rd. Certainly watch the foul counts.
Coach McGuff didn't appeal that.
2 and change left to go here in an engaging Big Ten regular season affair.
This is really good.
Todd on the deck. Poked away. Boyko out of the pack for Okanawa. Twirling around, finds the open shooter. Step back.
Trying to freeze, liking that effort.
Stops at UConn and Virginia earlier in her career. Second one pops out too, and Kitts with a good box out for her 7th rebound. Missed opportunity for Maryland. Jaloni Cambridge back at it, pull up. Yes. Smooth.
One of the few possessions where she's taken the ball off the dribble and actually had some space.
Okanawa probing again. Hits the deck.
But they are in the bonus, but she was not to be denied getting to the rim.
And continuing to convert. Get over 1,000 points for her career earlier in the contest. And able to stick it from the strike. 59-56. Watson wheels it corner to corner. Gray drains it. Chance Gray with a big triple. Brings it a little closer, make it a 2-pointer there for Gray. So a 1-point game in the final minute of the quarter. Cambridge off the miss. That one from beyond the arc, and that one's good. Got a 4-second difference between game and shot clock here at the end of quarter 3. Garzone on the drive. Whips to the corner. Okanawa open. Long rebound. Got it back. Puts it up. Kitts able to snare it and run out the clock. And the Buckeyes head to the 4th on top by 2.
But she re-entered in that 3rd quarter and finished with 7 points, all from the free throw line. She is the fully charged battery that gets this team going.
Remember, at one point, early 2nd quarter, the Buckeyes were down 15, battled back. The deficit 2 at the break, and now up 2 headed to the 4th are the visitors. 21 points, a lot of that from the free throw line, 9 of 10 on the night. And Jaloni Cambridge has done damage from the strike too, especially when a shot was not falling at all in the opening half. Nice feed inside. Kylee Cambridge on point there to Lemila.
Yeah, that was gorgeous vision, patience from Cambridge. And I said it before, I think Lemila needs to stay involved on the inside. How many times she's been able to get to the free throw line. That was a good adjustment.
Jaloni to the corner for Kitts. Strokes a 3. Her 3rd of the game. 16 points now. 2 off her career high. Has added 8 boards and 3 assists to boot. Wilson working on Gray. 7 left in the shot clock. Mack to attack.
Yeah, Mack saw the mismatch with Kylee Kitts, a bigger player on her on the perimeter.
Player averaging over 11 per contest. Lemila tied up by Boyko. Got it back to Jaloni Cambridge. Gray. She'll flash to the basket and score.
Ohio State really attacked that strong double team on Jaloni Cambridge. They quickly passed out of it, and that's what allowed the open lane.
Wilson is feeling it.
The Wisconsin Gatorade Player of the Year. Looking good from behind the arc.
Backs up her career high of 12 the other night with 9 thus far in this one. Gray to the corner. Kennedy Cambridge. The threes are falling here in Cambridge Park.
Who's been really clutch at times in this game.
Make it 3 balls for her in the game. Boyko on the baseline. For Okanawa. Gets it back and puts it back in.
Throw something up off the backboard, out of control, and nobody makes an effort to box out or go after the board.
Game high 23 for Lucia Okanawa. On the inside, that falls.
We've got action on both sides, big time performances.
Inside and outside. Mack poached away by the Big Ten steal leader, Kennedy Cambridge, for her sister Jaloni. Coach McGuff told us at shoot-around this morning, can we be consistent for 40 minutes? Continuing battle for a team with a lot of youth and a lot of new pieces. We saw them kind of flat early, and they've flown right back, and they put it together down the stretch on the road in a Big Ten environment.
Yeah, this is for sure a high-pressure situation. We mentioned this team has only lost to 2 top 5 teams. This would be a huge top 10 win on the road.
Maryland's only loss on the road against Illinois is Jaloni Cambridge.
Shooting 20% from 3 on the season. That looked pretty comfortable to her right there.
Mack coming back. Corner look, and that's short. Chance Gray on the push now for the Buckeyes. Lemila back for Jaloni Cambridge. She'll try it again. And hit again.
But she has stayed patient. She was getting a lot of points from the free throw line early, and she's just let the offense come to her here in the second half.
It's a 10-0 run for Ohio State. Ended there. And Kanawa will probably have to keep coming up huge. Give her 25 of the game. Jaloni Cambridge surging again. Can't hit. Tapping it to herself. Beats the defense for 2 more. Jaloni gonna get some room to operate out high. In the corner, Kitts, high arching 3-0. Kylee Cambridge finds the basketball.
And that's just a huge play. In a game like this, on the road, a lot on the line. That's now 2 offensive rebounds for Ohio State on this possession.
And they actually have the overall rebounding lead in the game against the Big Ten's leader in rebound margin. Jaloni Cambridge for Gray. Less than 5 of the shot clock. Chance Gray on the drive with the left hand.
Chance Gray, a slower start offensively in this game, but showing that when the game is tight, she's comfortable getting those shots.
She's got 11, 4th Buckeye in double figures. Another turnover. Jaloni Cambridge turns it into 2 more. Timeout, Terps.
With the poise and the confidence she plays with, Cambridge coming off of a career-high 41-point game, now has 26 in this one.
At 1 point, Buckeyes down double figures, now up by more than 10. Kanawa gets it back. Long 3 for Wilson, no. Rebound for Lemila. And Ohio State can slow it down. And the Buckeyes didn't get their first lead till about 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter. And they have raced away since, especially here in the 4th. What a feed and finish. Lemila, nice dunk. Extra pass, Wilson. Hit 3 threes earlier, but not that time. Here's Owen. Another one rings out. And Jaloni Cambridge will start to kill some clock. Well, she had a great moment. WNBA star Asia Wilson watched her in person, had that 41 in Illinois. Said she was fangirling a little bit when she got to meet her.
Yes, said she was trying to play it cool. I was like, Asia might be a fan of yours after you just dropped 21 in front of her. Or sorry, 41.
This is going to be another memorable moment for she and her sister against a Maryland team that was previously unbeaten in this building this season.
This is just big time. The moments where they really took control of this game. Rainey Wilson says, hold on, not so fast.
That's an encouraging sign for the Terps going forward. 2nd consecutive game with a quartet of triples for the freshman. But the Buckeyes, when they have the defense on point, are tough to beat. And they get 22 points off of 17 Maryland turnovers. Kevin McGuff's team, unheralded and unranked.